Is this thing on?
Sorry, everyone. Sorry about that. We got a little bit caught up. We got a bit caught up talking before the show about the show, what we're going to talk about on the show, but that's all right. Welcome to UCR Live, Uncensored Radio's hot and cold source of news, reviews, and pop culture poos. We are here and ready to these guys are hot. I'm cold. I do have an official announcement to make at the top of the show, though. It's very serious. I would like everyone to know that I have officially reached the age where I do once again have a matching tracksuit. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Look, and I know millennial cringe.
Out of me.
I don't have kids or anything like that. I am so comfortable. It's ridiculous.
My mind is gone too. He's resigning.
I'm sure you are. You're so comfortable, right?
I don't think I'm at the point of wearing it outside the house yet, but it's just, I still have my, I can't wear that moment, but I'm feeling myself. I'm like, this is so comfortable. Why is my life like this? Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, that's my official announcement. I think you go through this life cycle as a child. As a child, yes, I've got my matching sweatsuit. It's cute when you're little kids and you matchy and all that kind of stuff. And then you're like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. and then you go you get to your 20s or something, like late teens, mid 20s, and you're doing exercise and stuff. You're like, I'll get a matching, and look cool and whatnot. Then you get, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. And then you get to 40. I think you get to 40 and you go, put it in the fuck it bucket. I want to be comfortable. And I think I'm at that point now where fashion is not priority anymore. Don't get me wrong, I still have a mental breakdown every time I have to leave the house and go, I'm going to look fat, I'm not going anywhere, cancel all plans. As you do. As you do, you just have a breakdown and go, I'm not going. I can't go. I look horrible. And it's always that one time where your hair will do something or there's something weird on your face. And I don't have a lot of public functions anymore, but you better believe that my body will betray me on the most important day. It's just like, not today. Not today, sister. I woke up and I was like, oh, look at my skin today. I don't have any eye bags. I turned the camera on and went, oh. HD is not forgiving.
I gotta tell you, I think that Korean face stuff is helping with the coochie neck.
Oh, she's tightening.
Really?
I think that Korean face shit on the TikTok shop is really working.
Really? Nice. You gotta get me in on it because I need something.
I have never actually bought anything from the TikTok shop.
Oh my god! I've replaced Amazon with the TikTok shop.
But
wow, really?
Is it legitimate stuff though, or is it just crap?
You gotta be careful. I told you about my $5 can of soda.
Yes.
Right.
So,
because I'm at Anne's house now, and she ordered lanterns for the ghost tours off Temu. She's like, "Oh my god, this is such a bargain! I wish I could find one."
My light went out.
They are smaller than this battery. They're like this big. It's hilarious.
Oh my god!
I don't know what's going on.
I even got a plate carrier of TikTok shop. What's a plate carrier?
So I got this bag, my pocketbook, right? Just the side bag, right? Just because it had a long strap and it could fit 100 things. My first one started to wear right here, the thing started to come undone. Right? I don't mind my hand sanitizer, but it came undone. I went on and ordered another one because it's $6. I was like, you can't fucking beat it. It was so durable. It fixed everything. I throw it on. I have 14 Michael Kors beds in my closet, and I use that one every goddamn day. Everywhere I go, it's so convenient. I love the fucking thing. And honestly, the only complaint I have is that the label keeps falling off. This keeps getting caught on my door. I thought it's the last one. and it fell off this one, so I can't even tell you what it is, but it's a side arm, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know. Bang. It's amazing.
Okay. It's a vest carrying bulletproof plates.
Of course.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
We're gonna have finger sandwiches at Dogsy's house or something. It's like not so much.
That's what I was thinking. You know, like those
I bought
3-tier dessert plates.
the Homika vacuum, that purple vacuum, that like stick vacuum. I bought that off TikTok shop because I have a Dyson and it was pissing me off. It actually works pretty fucking well. The only complaint
you end up paying like $30 for it versus the $400. Yeah. So if it goes shitty in a year, who cares?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, right? Like, who cares? I still have the Dyson, you know?
What is it with Dysons, though? You spend that much money on a Dyson, they work for half an hour, and then it's like, no.
No, they're supposed to last forever. They're supposed to never clog. That was the big selling point when they first came out.
And it didn't. The only problem that I have is that the new one that I got from TikTok shop does clog because the filter gets clogged. Like the little opening, the gas gets fucked up. They put a rubber thing there, like to direct the dirt. It shouldn't be rubber. What the like? Why the hell plastic? I don't understand. Like it catches onto hair and like the hair got whatever. My Dyson, the filter kept getting fucked up too. But every time I picked up my Dyson, it would spit the dirt out. This one doesn't do that. So that's the only thing I like about it. As long as it doesn't get clogged, shit doesn't fall out. And I cleaned my Dyson 100 fucking times. It's not falling out. Like I couldn't fix that problem. But the TikTok shop works, so I can't complain.
Brought my Henry home from Dyson and got shit from my Henry. Even drew eyebrows with a little red fuck. Yeah, they are very iconic, aren't they? Have you guys seen the British vacuum cleaners? They're like a little red circular thing. They're very cute. They got eyes on them. Some of them. They're very cute.
I bought my solar generator off of TikTok. I buy a lot of shit. I bought my little grocery wagon off of TikTok shop. I almost bought Christina a set of pens with the little diamonds on the top. And rose gold because you told us how they got stolen off your desk.
Oh my god, I was so upset.
But then
they're still gone.
Before I got it, before I hit buy, it was in my cart for like 2 days and it sold out.
Ah,
God. We will find those pens one day.
TikTok shop?
Yep.
I got my nose.
The coochie cream was in the TikTok shop. Coochie neck cream.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do a TikTok haul, TikTok shop haul like one day, and
for a review. Round table.
Or we pick it. We put our names into a hat, and someone has to order something else for the other person off the TikTok shop.
Just get everything in one room of what you purchased on TikTok shop through.
Like a secret Santa, or like a secret Santa. We each send someone something.
Oh, I like that idea.
I think I like. Maybe that's this Christmas. Maybe that's this Christmas, kids. Stay tuned for it. Even OLED sell TikTok now. Oh, okay. All my flashlights 30% cheaper. Yeah, look, you can't beat a bargain, can you?
No,
right?
You can't beat a bargain.
I don't know what's going on with my light, so I'm going to be in half shadow for the rest of the
show. That's okay. We're all having. You just look very mysterious. It's like,
just turn
there we go. We're all going to be in the dark.
But the funny thing is that happens to Christine every couple of months. She just disappears into blackness.
I bought a new ring light, so that should not happen. Like, hopefully, it will never happen again. But
we haven't had a ring light collapse from anyone lately, have we? It's been a hot minute since someone's ring lights.
This actually I bought off the TikTok shop, and it's lasted a lot longer than the one I bought off Amazon.
There you go, kids. Yep. Look at us. All right, we're killing it. We would love to be sponsored by the TikTok shop if you want to send us some,
please.
For all the doom, for the doom scrolling that the three of us do, you should be sponsoring us TikTok. Yeah. You come on, we're keeping those views rolling.
Should be able to go live on the TikTok shop. Everybody go follow us on Uncensored at the TikTok, and we'll try to go live.
Live on TikTok.
Live on my TikTok account now. I'm
I
like,
know.
oh,
I've seen
stop it.
you. You ate a popsicle.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot back then. It was hot back then. Doesn't always happen. I
I'm gonna go live and
I have to.
see how many.
I have to stop. Yeah, try to get those views. Try to get those gifts sent through. Didn't get much. I think that TikTok now should start selling wrist and arm braces though, because my wrist is getting real sore. Like I'm starting to do it. Lay on the bed, prop it up on a pillow, and just lay there and go. Don't have to hold
the
it.
White House announced that Donald Trump has venous insufficiency, and all I could think is, oh, they sell Betadines at the TikTok shop. He could get some.
Well, he doesn't believe in TikTok. He only believes in Truth Social. Remember? So
I haven't heard anything about TikTok
that's
lately.
why
I wonder if they paid their presidential fee.
Well, we're going to talk social media today, so we should probably get into this
hot load of hot topics.
It's been a pretty busy week, actually. It was very Superman themed at the beginning of the week, but we will get there. There was a lot of Superman. There's a lot of Superman going on, but we'll start off with officials have finally been allowed inside Alligator Alcatraz. Now, I have read a report as of today, a couple of hours ago, saying that just weeks into operation, the temporary migrant detention center known as Alligator Alcatraz is facing major issues, including swarms of mosquitoes inside and outside, leaks, backed up portable toilets, and sewage that must be taken off site, as well as rolling cuts to electricity. Water, both drinking water and bathing water must be brought in several times a day, and it's still not enough. Rainwater leaking into the tents designed to house detainees, and there are several guards that have already quit.
Yeah.
Did you guys manage to see the any of the talking heads after they had been in there?
I did see them, but not on American media. I saw them.
I was about to say it would be very
not
interesting
on
to
American media,
know if they had
and Debbie Wasserman cried. She was so horrified by what she saw. She cried.
Yeah. The conditions sound horrendous.
Horrible. Inhumane.
Yeah.
And I was questioning how much you guys actually would have seen. If I can get the clip if you guys talk for a little second, I'll try and get the clip up, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I do a lot of my reading and international sources because our American media is so censored these days, and I think it was a British source, but it could have been German, and it did show the discussion. And it did have subtitles, but Debbie Wasserman Schultz was crying, and it was pretty horrifying, the stuff she was talking about, that there are 32 people in the cages that are designed to not even hold, they're like kennels, they're like dog kennels, she said.
Yeah, all right, I think I have it, so I'll see if it will show up for us. Oh, hi, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
I'll try. I know they've changed all the all the pages and everything around a little bit here. So excuse us as we figure this out. This wasn't going to happen on here, but it's all right. I will make it work. Okay.
There she is.
There she is. You can see her. Awesome.
What's the Chiron? It's MSNBC.
It was repeated over and over that the state is working hand in glove with ICE. This facility was inspected by ICE. They review their detention standards. They are using these detainees are living in don't do they are simply packed into cages, wall women, 32 detainees per cage. The only thing inside those cages are their bunk beds, and there are 3 tiny toilets that are toilet units that have a sink attached to it. So they essentially drink, they get their drinking water and they brush their teeth where they poop in the same unit. They bragged that they went above standards, supposedly, and gave them a 3-foot privacy wall that stretches the length inside the 32 detainee cage. A 3-foot privacy wall that stretches the length of the 3 toilets in a row. The showers provide no privacy at all. There are no curtains on it. It's a big open shower unit. There are, small walls in each shower, but we're talking about all 900 men who are held in this facility. It is built currently for 1,000, and they have no privacy at all when they're showering. For meals, when we walked through the quote unquote meal prep area, the kitchen area, for lack of a better term, they had the portions that were available for detainees, and they had the portions that were available for employees being prepared at the same time. The portions available for employees, large pieces of roast chicken, large sausages, and the detainees' lunches were a small, to gray turkey and cheese sandwich, an apple, and chips. And that's it. We're talking about fully grown men being fed very small portions.
So I've got a picture of the actual bathrooms as well that she was talking about. So that's what we're looking at, people.
I also saw a side-by-side of the Alligator Alcatraz and Auschwitz and Dachau.
Eerily, or you just gave me the chills. Eerily similar.
Very similar.
Eerily similar. When you look at the structure, I was like, oh, yeah, I saw that as well. I just went, oh.
It looks like a prison. Like it's a prison cell.
Yeah, it's important to note that these people are being treated worse than convicted child killers, rapists, sexual predators, murderers,
70%
terrorists.
ACLU are the people that are the lawyers that are going in the American Civil Liberties Union. They have a special fund for immigrant detentions. And they are reporting that 70% of these people have no criminal record, that these are not the criminals that ICE was designed to detain. These are people who work in farm fields. They are people who are being abducted from their immigration hearings, who have gone through all the proper channels to come here legally, and they're being taken at these hearings. They are people that have lived here for years and are considered legal residents and have been paying taxes into the system that they're accused of wrecking. Even though an immigrant who is not fully naturalized in this country cannot get any taxes back, cannot get any benefits, cannot get any Medicaid or Medicare or Social Security. They are paying into this system to the tune of $900 million a year that they will never see back. But they're the criminals, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, Dogsy says so. When do we draw the line between civil matters and criminal matters? Because immigration isn't always has been a civil matter.
Yes, and due process. Due process. The 14th Amendment says that every person detained or arrested on American soil, regardless of nationality, is entitled to due process. And none of these detainees are getting due process.
And I love that the biggest problem is now that, we're having problems with crops and, everything's costing more. So the solution is, we'll bust them out and they'll be assigned workers without wages.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to say slaves.
Yeah. Trump all but said it. And he said the farmers will take complete ownership of the detainees.
Yeah, ownership of the detainees. Ownership of immigrants. Oh. Yeah.
My heart
smells like history.
On a daily basis when these things come up, and I don't recognize my country. And I
Yeah.
can't believe that I'm not seeing this in the news. I can't believe.
I would believe that.
I can't believe where we are in this country. It breaks my heart.
Florida's reduced its working age to 13.
Yeah, that was all in Project 2025 too, kids. I remember before the election jumping up and down, screaming, "This isn't Project 2025." I read it so you don't have to. You know,
Look,
this was in Project 2025. I read it so you don't
I
have
don't
to.
I don't disagree with working age here in Australia is 14 and 9 months, which is fine.
But there are very
strict labor laws. This is the thing. As long as there are laws.
You can't work past 9 o'clock. You can't work third shift. You have to be able to go to school full time. If you are a teenager working, you have to be, given so many breaks. That's not what the new labor laws are about.
Right, exactly.
They're about saying that 13-year-olds can do shift work, any shift. 13-year-olds can do farm work with heavy machinery, which was outlawed because the number of children who were getting dismembered by farm equipment. I don't recognize my country. It breaks my heart.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to talk about this today, because I was curious about how much you're actually seeing, because I feel like there should be more reaction to this. And there isn't.
See more
I was
than
like,
the average person because
hello?
I seek out my news. You know,
yeah.
I'm willing to go to,
But that's why you've got to, you've got to rely on social. You have to rely on social media this day.
Americans don't understand what a credible news source is. Also, I remember probably the 2020 election. A friend of mine who was very deeply in QAnon and doesn't speak to me anymore. I said to him, I said, "You've got to show me your proof. I'm willing to believe you, but show me your proof." And he sent me a website that had no citations, that looked like it could have been made on Microsoft Word. And it just was fake information. And he would not believe me that this was not a reputable news source, that this could not be credible, that you have to have peer-reviewed citations. And you would have thought that I told him that God was dead. I was being, protecting the pedophiles. I was a criminal. I was anti-American. Who I've known since we were kids. I've known this guy since we were kids. I was the
It's
only
sad
person
that it
who
can get
showed
that
up when
divide.
his brother died, and he hugs me every time he sees me and says, "You can't know how important it was for me that you came through when Tom died." And he called me every name in the book. He would not believe me, and I just stopped arguing with him, and he doesn't even speak to me now.
Yeah. It's sad that it's become this divisive.
Yeah.
In reality, the truth is there, and you would hope that at some point the truth of the matter will come out. But there is the truth of one matter that is totally visible to everyone. Donald hates Rosie hard, y'all. Donald hates Rosie, and that's not breaking news. He is threatened by her. So, shall I read the run-on sentence that was the Truth Social post?
You can.
Because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interest of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship, full stop. He didn't write this. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America. Wow.
The part that I don't get is she is so irrelevant now. She's left the country. She has no show. She has no platform. She has a social media post that's about as well watched as we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I would kill for Rosie's numbers. Don't even.
Why is she still living in his head? What, did she sleep with one of his wives? Come on. What is
I know.
She must have, because I mean that is like a grudge that you would hold. It sounds like a grudge that you hold for that long. Like, dude, what'd she do? She must have done something
Yeah.
personal. Must have said something
You know?
personal in his ear or something. And
He doesn't even hate Kathy Griffin that much. Like,
yeah,
and he hates Kathy Griffin, but it's
That's a
female
personal
comedians.
hit,
He doesn't like it. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
he
wow, man.
destroyed Kathy Griffin's career.
but
His
that's just like
presidency?
just like
Kathy's
Yeah,
back
she
on
went
Mount
back
Sweden
out,
now. Yeah, for a
But
little
she's
while.
had cancer twice and she never mentions his name.
Yeah, but you know, I just let it go. She is not even in the country anymore, and still,
Yeah.
like, he's the one bringing it back up again.
Right.
breaking it up. Like,
It's like no one would be looking for the commentary unless you mention it.
right.
Like, hold on, Doctor said, did you see the tweets he made towards Israel when they wanted to break the ceasefire? It was like yelling at Benjamin Netanyahu through the internet.
No, I missed
He
those.
probably thinks that's how it works, but that's okay.
You know,
It's okay.
he's been governing by tweets since 2016, so why should it change?
Because
Right.
everything on social media is reality, right?
Right? In the first term,
What
he
the
said, "I
fuck
wish I
was
could-"
this?
AI has gone too far. It's wrecking our lives.
I can't believe that that post came from the White House.
Have you seen any of the
Oh, she's having a senior moment.
I'm having a senior moment. I can't believe it.
So for those-
Non-fungible art, the non-fungible art that he printed that he was selling on his Truth Social, that were just those 15-minute. They were all the same kind of AI generated. Him with a big fire hose and all jacked up. Him with an AR-15 looking like Rambo. It was all the same kind of AI generated art. And his base was gobbling it up. They got calendars where you can Donald of the month,
Oh, I don't want to get to the swimsuit portion.
I don't know why, but just it makes me laugh just because, again, so many people, think it's like fucked up, right? But then on the other hand, can you just picture the scenario of how they came to make that? Or like whoever made it walked into the fucking office and was like, "Listen, look what I made," and so it was like,
"Yeah,
that's the one. Print it!" Like, and then another person approved it, and then another person approved it, and like, how many people did it go through to be approved? To be like, yes, the one.
Donald's the one that they had to approve.
That's what I'm saying. Like, could you just show it to Donald? Yep, bring it definitely. Show it to Donald. Like,
right to Donald. Donald's got to see
he's gonna love it.
Do you remember
Put it up.
during the North Carolina flooding, there was AI of Donald pulling a SWAT boat through the flooding to rescue people. Donald Trump couldn't walk 800 feet at the GA summit. They had to get him a golf cart, but he's pulling a SWAT boat through a flooded area. Please.
Oh, just funny.
I love it, right? So this post caused so much backlash. The official comment from the White House said, "Nowhere in the Constitution does it say we can't post banger memes."
Banger memes?
Banger memes.
Yeah. Banger.
That's true. Nothing in the Constitution addresses banger
I don't
memes.
think
it is a banger meme.
I don't think the Constitution was obsessed with memes, That's just doesn't. I can't.
It's so funny.
This stuff is a distraction, though. It's just.
Of course it is.
It's nobody. I don't care that he's doing. It's funny to me. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it's ridiculous that his base is paying him money for these trading cards and these calendars and these flags. The guy around the corner's got a flag, the half American flag, and the other half is Rambo Donald. And
Well, it proves that there can't be that much of a financial crisis if they're willing to sink the money into the Trump merch, right?
Well, I mean, we've had a banging economy for a while. I mean, but shrinkflation is going on everywhere. I bought a box of tissues the other day. My normal Kleenex are this big. The Kleenex that I replaced it with are that big. You know? It's like
shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation. It's like they just lopped a half an inch off my Kleenex.
I've already mentioned it, but don't get me started on Pringles.
Oh yeah, the Pringles candy shrinking.
They're smaller.
I know. And you're getting fewer. The can used to be this big, and now it's this big. You can't.
Don't get me started on a Big Mac.
A half gallon of ice cream anymore. It only comes in 3/4 of a gallon of ice cream.
Really?
Really?
They're fucking with the chocolate prices here in Australia, and I don't eat as much chocolate as
because of climate change.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
They wanted $11 for 2 blocks of chocolate. I was like, I would rather starve.
The little bag of Lindt chocolate truffles that used to be $3.99, it's now $7.99.
Oh, that's pretty standard here. The Lindt stuff here, that's pretty standard in Australia.
Yeah.
What surprises me the most about the poster is the fact that they were linking themselves to the Superman movie, which of course is all over the place news-wise, because if you're to believe Dean Cain, Superman being tied to being an immigrant story is really going to affect the box office.
Well,
okay,
I do
sure,
think
sure,
Dean. Twofold. First of all, they all jumped on the James Gunn bandwagon because he was fired from Marvel for not being woke enough. So they were sure that he was going to save the franchise and take, But since when are superheroes not woke? Since the inception of superheroes, they stood for freedom, justice, and the American way. I posted a cartoon from 1949 of Superman telling kids to stand up against Nazis and racism.
Right?
Superman's been woke for a long time. And can you get more immigrant than from another planet?
Right. To defend, and a person from another planet raised by Americans fighting for the American way of life. It's like, okay, sure. That's not an immigrant story at all. So Dean's official comments, because he matters, is so relevant. He says, bringing Superman into it, I think that was a mistake by James Gunn to say it's an immigrant thing. And I think it's going to hurt the numbers on the movie. I was excited for the film. I'm excited to see what it is, because James Gunn seems to have a sense of humor, and the last iterations of Superman didn't have much humor. I love humor in Superman, so I'm rooting for it to be a success, but I don't like that last political announcement. I don't think it's going to help the numbers, and people really need to be educated on this immigration system. Wait for it, because we are the most immigrant-friendly, by far, country on this planet.
We were. We used to be.
Sure, Dean.
We used to be.
Let's just
the Statue
at
of Liberty,
the moment.
the foot of the Statue of Liberty has a poem that says, "Give us you're tired, you're hungry, you're working poor, yearning to breathe free." And here, now they show up and they want to pick our carrots, and we're throwing them in a fucking swamp full of alligators and mosquitoes.
Donald Duck went to World War II, and Bugs Bunny is an honorary Marine. This is true. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not the first thing. So just to witness the box office suffrage that Superman has gone under for being an immigrant story, it had a $125 million domestic start, and aiming to collect 55 to 62 million in its second weekend. So that is a drop of about.
I think it only cost them like $25 million to make the money and to make the movie, so they already made the profit in the first week. Like, I heard on the radio the other day, I'm like, this is fucking insane. Like, it's so crazy how much money movies are still making. Like, everyone's like so against, like, movies. I mean, it's still a thing. thing. The movie theater is still there. Like, they're still raking in the money. Like,
That's why California has the 6th largest economy in the entire world.
Still not enough for them
Movie
though.
industry.
Everyone else
Wow.
is stealing. Remember, we're all Australia's stealing the industry out of. We're taking it out of Hollywood. It's like, okay, sure.
Still the 6th largest
I think
economy in the world, and it's all because of movies.
There's always going to be, especially like, I'm not surprised. I have fucking no interest in Superman whatsoever. I used to watch Lois and Clark because it was on TV. Superman's just not my bag. Yeah, I don't believe in a all-powerful white man that's going to save the world. You know, I am an X-Men kid just because, you know, I was when I was a kid, and X-Men came out of. I think it shows where you were how when you were raised. Superman is a definitively American story. You know, look at it. It's an American story. His costume is red and blue. He's white. Like, he's literally a flag. Like, he's a flying American
Just
flag,
like
and I had no doubt.
Captain America.
I had no doubt. Yeah, well, that's why everyone turns out to see a Captain America film. Everyone's always going to turn out to see a Superman film, even if it's bad. So I will give James Gunn his credit for, you know, stepping forward and not being afraid to make a political comment in a time where it is so divisive, and it could have hurt the box office. But with Superman, it's never going to be a Snow White, you know, a Snow White moment that Disney had.
I was having a conversation about Superman with my nephew. He really enjoyed the film, and I was supposed to go see it with my niece. And I told him that Steve had said to me, "I didn't think you were about Superman." And I said, "I love a good superhero movie. Do you know how many times I sit through Marvel movies all the time?" And Matthias just leans in and he goes, "Yeah, especially if the superhero's pretty."
exactly.
Well, doesn't hurt that the boys look good in their costumes, right?
Well, a man in tights. What can I tell you?
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to whack your underoos on the outside and fight for truth and justice, right? It happens. It happens. Truth and justice is being served upright by Twitter X, after somebody hacked Elmo.
Oh, I know. That was awful. Did you see those posts?
So I'll just read the Sesame Workshop official statement. It said, on Sunday, Elmo's X account was briefly hacked by an outside party in spite of security measures in place. We strongly condemn the abhorrent, anti-Semitic, and racist content, and the account has since been secured. These posts in no way reflect the values of Sesame Workshop or Sesame Street, and no one in the organization was involved.
Wow.
Yeah, Elmo got heated.
Elmo got nasty.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Oh my god.
They have scrubbed it pretty well from the
Yeah,
internet.
it's
You
hard to
can
find.
find it if you look for it. A lot of it's censored because it was strongly anti-Semitic and racist. But I love that even Elmo wants to see the Epstein files.
I want to see it. I'm so like, oh my god.
That's
I'm so
the one thing that made me stop and laugh this week was that Elmo was like, "Show me the Epstein files, Donald Trump, you child molester." I was like, "Fucking hell, Elmo!" I'm like, Jesus Christ, someone's pissed off that monster. Yeah, that one's gone as well. Surprisingly, I'm just like, all right, I'm not. Where is it? Hold on. Everything is considered allegedly until proven otherwise. Is it a coincidence that this is coming from X after Elon has been ousted? Where's Elmo's? Let me look at Elmo's reach, because Elmo's got a pretty good reach. I'll find the stats. 650,000 followers.
I thought it would be higher.
Yeah.
Oh wait, 4 zeros isn't. No. Yeah. No. Wait.
Yeah, 4 zeros is it 6.5 million or is it 650?
No, 6.5 million. There you go.
6.5K.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. Someone actually wrote the full number, and that confused me.
Yeah.
Help me! I don't know. Help me! I don't know anymore. Yeah, it was. I just was like, Elmo is pissed, man. Don't fuck with Elmo. He's not doing
Oh
it.
my god.
No, he said child fucker. Oh, okay, sorry. There you go. Thank you, Joe. Joe's on it. She's like, no, actually, he said child fucker. I can't imagine Elmo saying child fucker. That's a little bit.
child fuckers.
Yes.
Emma
It's
don't
like-
like child fuckers.
No, he doesn't. Elmo doesn't. But anything to get the people up in arms. Oh, all right, everyone, take a deep breath on the next one because this is a bit anger-inducing.
Oh.
Okay. This will be a little bit triggering for some people, especially with the events in Texas. But MAGA podcast host Shemaine Nugent has sparked controversy by suggesting the flood disaster in Texas may have been an attack targeting President Donald Trump. Let that absorb. During a Sunday broadcast of her show Faith and Freedom, Shemaine discussed the Texas flood tragedy with the Agricultural Commissioner Sid Miller. She began her claim saying, "This is a terrible biblical tragedy. I believe it's spiritual warfare. Now Satan, comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Wait, it gets better. We're going to keep going." And now, how best to do that, Sid, but to come after God's children, especially innocent young girls who just wanted to learn scriptures. Linking the event to broader political conspiracies, Nugent added, because with Trump back in office, the enemy, the deep state, doesn't want him to succeed, and they know that their days are numbered. So, I feel like what happened in Texas recently is just the beginning. We're going to see a lot more attacks like that.
Well,
That is the most fucking despicable thing I've
at
ever
least
heard
she's
of.
blaming Satan and not the Democrats.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is what... No, it's not okay, because this is what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Just because you don't agree with the other side of politics, you're going to weaponize your religion and say it's because of the Democrats that God decided to create a flood that killed, what, how many? We're over 130 now, right?
Yeah. Last I knew we were 129, but
hey,
close to
you know what?
130.
Let's not focus on everyone else. Let's focus on a handful of white girls that died. There are hundreds of dead people still missing, whole families gone. But this fucking cunt has decided, oh no, it was because it was a Christian camp that they were washed away. It's like, are you fucking you're Ted Nugent's wife to start with, so hello. That shouldn't be a surprise. But how can anyone support that fucking that idea?
I have no idea. I wonder this all the time. It's just the lengths that this cult will go to believe that Satan is creating weather. We have a scientific reason for why that storm happened. There was a weather system hanging out in the Gulf of Mexico because the Gulf of Mexico is warmer than it's been in 100 years. It picked up so much water that the freaking river rose like 25 inches in an hour. We have the scientific reason why it happened, but it has to be the product of Satan, and it has to be because of the Democrats, and it has to be somebody did this to us. And, at the time, there was a lot of people saying, you fucked around and you found out. This is Trump fired the NWS, Trump fired the NOA. This is the reason nobody had enough warning. But nobody was joyful that these children died.
But it's not a time for politics, and they're focusing on these little girls. It's not just them. It is, and it's not only death, it's people have lost their homes, their livings, everything they own. It's not a time to weaponize politics or religion to place blame. The
But,
country
see-
and the world should be looking to support these people, not go, oh, it's their fault.
But if you had a system in place that provided more warning, more adequate warning, and you took it away, then
Yeah, it's a problem.
There is culpability. I'm sorry.
Of course there is.
You've
But
created a situation where more people are going to die.
of course, but now that's in the past now. It's about as helpful as hopes and prayers are. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words now. So instead of holding press conferences and doing podcasts, get your ass down there and see it firsthand and pledge money and get the fucking troops out of LA where
World
they're doing
Central
nothing.
Kitchen, kids. I
Send them
support
down
World
there.
Central Kitchen every chance I get. They go into every
Is
disaster
this not
around
is
the
this
world.
not the heartland of Trump land
And
here?
they were on
And-
the scene at the Guadalupe River in 24 hours. They were there before FEMA. World Central
I'm not a
Kitchen,
religious.
if you got
I'm not a
if you got
religious person.
A few extra dollars, I'd give it to World Central Kitchen.
I'm not a religious person, but I would be offended if somebody took my religion and weaponized it in this way.
So I'm trying to say, like, what if they were Jewish girls? What if they were Indian? You know, like, what if they were anything other than Christian, Catholic, whatever the fuck? I just feel like, why are we focusing on what religion they were? It was a school of kids. It was a school of kids. Who gives a fuck what kind of school it was? It was a school of kids. Regardless if it was, what if it was little boys? You know, what is the goddamn difference? It was something tragic fucking happened. Like, don't harp on that. And again, it wasn't a political attack. Who the fuck thinks like that? This is what I'm saying. People are mentally fucking ill. I don't understand how you can turn a weather system into a political attack. I was trying to explain last week with the weather seeding thing, like the whole seeding thing. How could somebody think that somebody's going to accidentally create this to kill this many people? What is the purpose? Why would you think that way? Like,
It's Dark Ages thinking. Like the minute that the moon covered the sun, it's a sign from God that we're all going to die. You know, it's this Dark Ages, unscientific, illiterate, uneducated thinking. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Kids.
Joe
Texas or
Joe
Gaza.
says it right. Kids are kids, whether they're in
Absolutely.
Texas, Gaza, no matter where they are.
And World Central Kitchen is on the ground in Gaza too, and in the Ukraine. They are
I just
everywhere.
think it's
Jose
despicable.
Andres should be a saint.
These people, like, you can't control who has a platform. I mean, obviously, we've had a platform for a very long time. You can't control
Nobody
who's
sees
given.
us.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I can't believe anyone would adhere to this way of thinking. Like, if you're believing this, then you have bigger fucking problems. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
You have bigger problems.
I didn't realize she was Ted Nugent's wife.
Surprised?
You said like something like
Shemaine Nugent.
Fuck names like Shemaine. That's a name to
Such a white girl name too. Shemaine.
That doesn't sound like a birth name unless her parents are crackheads. Shemaine. What the fuck?
I don't know, but you know,
I don't either.
Of course, our thoughts, and as I just said, our thoughts and prayers are kind of useless as well. But any good energy you can send to anywhere in the world, if you can't financially help, sign a petition, do something. There is so much pain, suffering, confusion going on in the world that, you know, again, it's the driving reason why I think we should keep this show alive, is that we don't always get the news as we should anywhere in the world. So to have conversations about what's going on is so important, whether we agree or whether we don't agree, whether it's, you know, it's controversial, it's upsetting. It's important to talk about. Oh, it's an Irish name. Thank you. You'd know, Dogs. Thanks. Dogsy would know. So there is a little celebrity death.
Drugs, not drug addicts. Sorry, they're alcoholics.
Little celebrity death. Connie Francis passed away.
Oh,
Everyone's
She's
all
a child
obsessed.
of an immigrant.
popular on TikTok now, right?
Well, she's. I watched an interview with what's his name. I got glasses.
You're having a seizure.
Dead talk show host. Desk,
Donahue?
microphone. Nope. Anyway, she was talking about her her battle with depression and mental illness, like in the 80s, saying that she'd been
She was raped in the 80s, and after
Yeah.
she had a serious PTSD breakdown, it
Yeah,
ended up in
that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she was saying, and how she was treated with lithium.
Mhm.
Sounds familiar. And just people. We're never going to know that this is it. All roads lead to Britney. We're never going to know what happened to these fucking celebrities that we just rely. We just go, oh, they make cool songs. That's all right. Everyone's very focused on Pretty Little Baby because it's been all over TikTok. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Lipstick on Your Collar is the better song.
Lipstick on Your Collar is a good song. But did you see there's a clip of her singing it on a talk show back in the 50s or 60s. I don't know how old it was, but it was black and white, and you could tell she
Larry
didn't know where
King,
to
thank
look.
you. Dogsy's my
Larry
official
King,
helper.
okay.
Thank you.
That was my next
I was
guess.
right. Old glasses, leans on the desk. I got it. Joe says, I'm 60. I can barely remember Connie Francis.
I only know Connie Francis because I used to go roller skating when I was a kid, and all of the records that they played at the roller rink were 50s and 60s hits. They were nothing from the time period we were living in. They were,
I know Connie Francis. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to put a picture up again. I know Connie Francis because I went on a holiday with my grandmother, and we had two cassette tapes, and that was it for the whole trip.
Oh my God.
Connie Francis.
Frank Sinatra was one.
That's a good one,
And
though.
then there was she's a good Italian girl. She loves Frankie, She was a big Frankie girl. But one of them was a mixtape with Connie Francis on there. What's that? Oh, okay. Vera, you might know. Tell Laura I love her. I'm like, this music is so fucking depressing. And then Back to the War, like, we'll meet again, don't know where. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is depressing. Vera Lynn, I'm like,
that's a skating rink song for sure.
Oh, here we go. Steve, I spent 2 years working my live CCTV and Tesco night shift. Any Rush American TV? Okay, good to know.
I don't know.
All right,
if count Larry King as Trash American TV though.
He was
He built
journalist.
CNN.
Yeah. All right. I want you to get your controversial pants on for me, ladies. I need some opinions on this week. The view from here is elation.
I can't hear you. You stopped.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. Your vocal
The view
stopped
from
out.
here is a delicious one this week.
I know.
Actually, we get caught out
Oh,
at a live concert on the Kiss Cam with a woman that's not your wife. So for those of us that can't see that photo, Chris Martin, lead singer of rock band Coldplay, has accidentally exposed an alleged affair during a recent concert. Midway through the Wednesday night show, a roving Kiss Cam found astronomy owner or CEO canoodling with the chief people officer, Kristen Cabot, who was not his wife.
Oh dear.
When the camera focused on the couple, they were both startled. Mr. Byron dashed off the camera's view, while Miss Cabot turned away and shielded her face. Oh, look at these two. Come on, you're okay. Oh, what? They're either having an affair or they're very shy, Chris Martin commented as the crowd roared with laughter. As the video went viral on social media, internet sleuths were able to track down the identities of Mr. Byron, Ms. Cabot, as well as Mr. Byron's actual wife, Megan Kerrigan Byron, who, according to reports, removed Byron from her Facebook profile name before deactivating the account entirely. My question to you, what do you do if you catch your spouse out publicly?
Oh, man. I'd fucking kill him.
Right?
Yeah,
Tell me more. Tell me more, Christina. Tell me more.
If I caught him out in public, especially at a Coldplay concert,
I know.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, again, obviously, I would feel like I would have to confront him. You know, I'd be mad at him. I'd be mad at the girl. I'd size her up. Obviously, it's just I've been in that situation. Unfortunately, not my husband, obviously, but with ex-boyfriends. Yeah, I would fucking murder. This is. From an outside view, it's fucking hilarious. Like, of all the goddamn places that you think you could be with millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people, I'm sorry, or tens of thousands of people, and then you two specifically while you're hugging are on the jumbo screen, like,
I was a little bit...
Cover? Do you think that if they would have just stood there, that would have been any kind of story? Absolutely
Exactly.
not. Nobody would have blinked a fucking eye. Don't act suspicious. Don't act suspicious. Like,
that's what I was a little bit in two minds about doing the story, because I'm like, oh, it's invading people's privacy. But you know what? They obviously didn't give a fuck because it was happening at a concert. So you know what? If you don't care that much about your wife that's at home, her potential partner that's at home, the fact that, your children might see it, anyone in that arena could have known either one of those people and they would have told it. They just got caught the fuck out. And you know what? You deserve it.
Yeah. Like,
you deserve it.
If they hadn't acted so guilty, would the camera have stayed there?
Right. No,
that's exactly what Christina was saying. It's just like,
if it's a kiss cam, just kiss. Why don't you just block your face and go like this? Call it a day.
Or laugh. Just laugh or something.
Yeah.
But like, if you react like that, the cameraman's going to come right back at you to show you again, to see what you did. And especially if they're ducking and covering. Are you insane? Like,
not to politicize it, but like the Epstein files, if there's nothing to hide, why are you trying to hide it?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you're not doing anything wrong or haven't done anything wrong, then don't act that way. Obviously, you are, so the public are now interested, and what could have been just a funny little moment at a concert is now global news that affects that man's whole family, and as it should. But I feel sorry for his wife, but she'll be on The View or something next week. It'll be okay.
Let's just say some random Joe was at the concert and saw them, right, and said, oh my God, I have to go tell Nancy, whatever the fuck his wife's name is. And he goes and tells Nancy, and she goes, no, John was at a fucking meeting last night. I don't know what you're talking about. And she goes and says, hey, John, were you at a fucking Coldplay concert? Somebody saw you. You'll be like, what? A Coldplay concert? I was at the fucking meeting.
It's incontrovertible
but
proof.
At this age of cell phones, don't you think if you were at a Coldplay concert, you turned around and saw your friend's husband with somebody else, you wouldn't take a picture?
Exactly. And you walked into the concert through all those people. Nobody saw you, right? No, you didn't see anybody you knew. You were pretty much free and clear till what? I don't even know how long that was into the show. They looked pretty comfortable. So it's probably about an hour or something in. Like,
and the fact that they were that comfortable with public displays of affection means that You weren't
We can
worried
go
about
it's
getting
not a
caught.
first date.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
You weren't
yeah.
worried about getting caught either. So,
Nope.
Not
Nope.
a first
well.
date.
Too bad. So sad.
If you look like you're doing something wrong, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. It has come to that time of the show. Clear the surfaces. It's time for Vera Verse.
It's so fucking hot here.
Oh, it's gonna open.
Better off.
2, 1, vent.
Well, it's kind of funny how every time we come to this point in the show, we touched upon the vent earlier in the show. Today we're going to talk about Epstein. And not in the way that you would think we're going to talk about Epstein, because, come on, kids. We all know that Donald's name is on that list. And we all know that Bill Clinton's probably on that list. And we all know that there's a whole bunch of fucking people on that list. We know the list exists. We know that this has been going on Epstein's Island since 2008 or before. We know that Epstein was convicted. But why is the MAGA base so attached to the Epstein list? This is the part that blows my mind. Before this last week, I would have bet money that if Donald Trump came out on Truth Social and said that gravity was a liberal hoax, there'd be MAGAs running around in their red hats trying to float. But this time, they're not buying it. There are so many Trump supporters that are mad that want to see the Epstein files. We all want to see the Epstein files. Pedophilia is a universally reviled crime. There isn't a country in this world where it is accepted. Well, maybe some of those countries that let people marry at 13, but raping children is universally reviled. And people get defensive when people are raping children. Pedophilia didn't play into this administration on accident. Pedophilia is an accusation that people have been using against political enemies for centuries. If you wanted to destroy your enemy, you found a credible way to prove they were pedophiles. But the problem isn't that this might have been used against Hillary. We know it was used against Hillary. Some guy showed up with an AR-15 at a pizza parlor to liberate the children in the basement of a building that had no basement in the 2016 election cycle. We know that pedophilia has been weaponized. Hitler used it against the Jews. The Jews were pedophiles. So all of a sudden, we found the line that Trump supporters won't cross. Alex Jones, who had to pay millions of dollars to the victims of Sandy Hook parents because he told everybody that Sandy Hook, where 24 first and second graders were murdered by a crazy guy with a gun, was a hoax. Alex Jones is mad because the Epstein list isn't out there. You know, Nick Fuentes, who's probably going to be part of the 65 million people going to Alcatraz Auschwitz, or Alligator Auschwitz, because Fuentes is a Hispanic name, Nick. He's mad about it. You know, the people who have loved him, his base, are mad about the Epstein files. Now, I got a couple things to say about that. Yeah, we know that there are people on this list of power. We know there are celebrities on this list. We know there are billionaires on this list. Now you're going to tell us that this list doesn't exist? The United States Treasury had tracked in a previous Epstein hearing 4,700 some transactions from millionaires and billionaires into Epstein's accounts to the tune of $1.1 billion. You can't tell me you don't know who those men are who were paying this nefarious sex trafficker in secret money wire transfers? Bullshit. All I got to say is it doesn't matter who's on those fucking lists. every single person on this list should be exposed. If it's Joe Biden, if it's Bill Clinton, if it's Donald Trump, if it's Tom Hanks, every single one of those people should be exposed. And they should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. So why is Donald Trump calling this a hoax right now? Why is he trying to bury it? You know, if it looks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's probably a fowl.
That was my point as well, and I'm glad that you said it. It doesn't matter who is on this list.
Yeah.
If it's the Pope, it doesn't matter if it is Joe Biden, if it is Obama, whoever is on this list should
needs to be exposed.
To the law.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Every single one of us wants to know, and we don't care who it is.
This is part of the reason why there's now an even bigger fracture is that, you know, if there is nothing to hide, then why are you hiding it?
Yeah.
You can't say that. We can't go, yes, there are definitely files. Oh, no, 4 years later, or however many years later, no, there's not. There's not files. We've just been. Well, then why are you lying about them in the first?
About this since
why are you lying about them in the first place then? You know, that's a big issue too. As Dogsy just said, there's
pictures of Trump with Epstein than there are trans athletes in the entire NCAA, and he's all of a sudden saying, "I don't know who he is."
Breaking news from the Wall Street Journal: Jeffrey Epstein's friends sent him bawdy letters for a 50th birthday album. One of them was Donald Trump 3 hours ago.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
But he doesn't know him.
No,
he doesn't know him.
I heard he was a nice guy. I heard he was fun.
Oh dear,
You know?
It's all right. He doesn't. But old mate doesn't even know who he's sworn in, so it's okay. We get it. Sometimes you have a senior moment, but if you ever need reminding of stuff that goes on, you can always go back and listen to the show.
Yeah.
Uncensored Radio on Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere where podcasts that may be slightly controversial can be found. Look, we're no Joe Rogan, but we will say stuff sometimes. It's all good. Thank you, everyone.
Mad at him.
Even Joe, yeah, you know you've got a problem when Joe Rogan's mad at you. I want to say a big thank you to anyone who has jumped over to YouTube. We are one subscriber off 700, so someone be the 700. Come on, we're getting there. We're gonna make that 1K. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, if you watch the show, if you've ever watched the show, do us a favor and just go and like and subscribe. We need comments as well. So if you do watch or listen to the show on your platform, please give us a rating or something. It helps us immeasurably when people give us a little tick, because out of nowhere, sometimes we have 60 downloads in one day of an episode. And you're like, what the hell happened? So thank you for everyone that has been jumping on the bandwagon. We will be back to regularly scheduled programming on Tuesdays next week. There's just been a bit of busyness and illness and drama going on in the background, but we will keep the content coming. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Vera, for joining us today. It's been lush, as always. And until next week, I guess leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah, well, the former American way, anyway. Some way. Every which way but loose. Watch out, the monkey does not rip off your face. Bye!